beautiful Prismacolor pencils. I'm getting reacquainted with these. I haven't used them in a while, but boy, they are great. And my Tombow pens, using these two colors, a light pink and a dark pink. And I wanted to do a seaweed design that was more detailed. I did a smaller one that came out great, but I wanted one that was a little more elaborate that I could use in a fabric repeat design. I'm outlining my shape with a darker pink and then going in with a lighter pink and thickening up the edge. If I didn't do this, it would be really hard for me to use the water on this because I'd have to come right up to the edge of that thin line and try to draw the color into the center of the seaweed. This way I don't have to go all the way up to the edge. Once I finish putting that in, I'm going to go in and thicken up some of the areas just because I want it to have more shadowing than it does. I just felt like I wanted more of the pink in there. And originally I thought I might just do it with a Tombow pen, so I wanted to see first how it looked if I just did it with Tombow pens without the pencils, without the Prismacolor pencils. So I will admit I did scan the finished project with only the Tombow pens and with the water added on top, because I thought I might like the look of it, but once I put the Prismacolor pencils on, I just liked the way it looked so much better. So I ended up just using that one. I didn't use the other one at all. Although it looks quite nice, I think, with just the markers. It just looks so much better with the Prismacolor added on top of it. Now, of course, I have to let it dry completely before I can go on with my pencils. And here it is, it's all dry, and I'm going to use these three colors. I'm going to use a darker pink and a very kind of a purplish dark pink that I'll use to add some shadowing and dimension. And then I'll use the white for the blending. So I'm just putting in the medium color pink right now, and I will be going over all of this with a white. So I find that if my illustration doesn't seem to be working as well as I want it to, there's usually one of two things that is the answer, that's the solution to the problem. One of the answers is the way you use the light and dark values may not be working right. You may need to add some lighter or darker value or both for it to stand out the way you want it to. The other thing that could be the issue is the thickness of the lines that you're using. Those two factors are very important. They really affect the look of the design. So I'm going in with my darkest pink right now, and I will be blending all of this together with my white pencil, but I'm going in and just giving it some dimension. And I'm sorry I went off the page here so you couldn't see what I was doing, but this really, as you can see down at the bottom of the design, it just makes it pop out so much just by adding that darker color. Now, one of the things I love about the Prismacolors is that you can get a relatively detailed line, a thin line, which I can't get with my oil pastels, but it has the look of oil pastels, at least the way I use them. It has that look. So here's my white. I'm going over everything now, and I'm using the white. I just kind of use it in a circular motion, and it just beautifully blends all these colors together, just as if they were oil pastels. And I love the way this looks. So I was very happy with the way it looked when I was finished. It really looked exactly the way I wanted it to. So the only drawback for me of the Prismacolor pencils is that they're so soft, which is what makes them blend so beautifully. But because they're so soft, they just break really easily. And as I was doing this design, that white pencil broke several times. Now, it might have been because they might have dropped it in the store. If you drop it on the floor, the lead just breaks. So that's why if your pencil keeps breaking when you're trying to sharpen it, usually it's because all the lead is broken on the inside. So I did manage to get my design finished though, and here it is, and I love the way it came out, and I wanted to show you my design that I used it on. Put my little mermaids in there, and I was very happy with the way it came out.